Hello, my name is Avnish Kumar, and in this video, I am going to tell you about romanticism. Romanticism is the part of English literature, and all the English literature student must know about romanticism because romanticism romanticism is a very important age, and the writer of this age is very important. The writer of this age is not only important for literature but also important for us because from romantic writers we can understand what is life and how to live life. So in this video I thought that I should try to explain the term romanticism. All of you are thinking that romanticism is related to romance. That's true. Romanticism, if we talk about romanticism, literally, we can say that it is a romance between two things or two persons. That's true. You are thinking that the romance means love between a male and female and female and female. That is true. Romanticism means the love between two persons or things, and this love is related to intense feelings. When two persons have intense feeling towards each other, it is called romance. I am telling you romanticism in a very simple language, and I am explaining what I have understood romanticism till now. So the intense feeling between two things or a person is called romance, and it is the part of romanticism. But if we talk about romanticism in English literature, we can say that the love between nature and a man is called romance. In romantic age, you will say that all the writers talk about his intense feeling towards nature. For example, a man a man loves a river, that is romance. A man loves very much river is called romance. So in romantic age of English literature, we will study the love between a man and his environment. I- environment environment means animals, plants, river, lakes, atmosphere, cloud, earth, etc. These are the parts of nature, and we will study about nature in this in upcoming lectures. So today I was thinking that I should explain romanticism. So the and and romanticism is a is an age of English literature that is ranging from the birth of William Wordsworth. I think everyone is able to know about William Wordsworth, and William Wordsworth a is an important poet of romantic age. So I am going to tell you about some features of romantic age. The first is I am going to tell you before the romantic age. What were the situation before romantic age? Before romantic age, the writers were very formal. They gave importance to only region. The writer of pre-romantic age were give importance to only reasoning. In writing, they follow the strict rules and regulation. They were very much adhere to strict rules and regulation, and they were very formal, and for them logic was very important, and all the writers like Alexander Pope talks about only logic. There were no importance towards nature or environment. People were following the rules and regulation honestly. They did not pay attention to any other thing rather than logic and reasoning. But after ending that age, romantic writers were free to choose any language. So we can say that the writer of romantic age were not paying attention to any rules and regulation. They started writing in a language that is very common to everyone. So that is the important feature of romantic age, that the language used by romantic writers in writing was very simple. So every every man, if he is a little educated, he can understand the message whatever the writer wanted to convey to them. So at this time the farmer and the lower class is able to understand the literature very well. So We can say that in the age of Alexander Pope, the literature was only confined to upper class who knows English very well, and in that age the writers were using difficult jargons. So if you are using difficult jargons, it becomes very difficult for an average person to understand those text easily. But in romantic age, the poets started using a language that is spoken or used by the commoner persons of the age. So I am going to tell you about the writers of this age. The writers of this age are divided into two phases. First is first is old generation poet, and second is young generation poet. So in first generation poet, the poets who came are like William Wordsworth, S.T. Coleridge, and Robert Southey. So one important thing I want to tell you about these first phase writers, that are William Wordsworth, S.T. Coleridge, and Robert Southey. These three poets are called lake poets, and you wanted to know the reason why they are called lake poets, because these poets were living in a river that is lake. So we can say that they were living in lake river, and that's why the name lake poet was given to them. And you can understand that these poets were very much familiar with the nature, because they were living near lake river. So if someone is living in the life of nature, he can understand nature very well in comparison with other persons. And the second generation is that is related to romantic is the important poets of this age are John Keats, Shelley, and Lord Byron. These are called the second generation poets of romantic age. And these six writers of romantic age are very prominent writers of this age. So we can understand the importance of this age, and all the writers are it, talking about their love with nature intensive intensively intense feeling towards the nature and some natural objects. So after this video I will discuss about first generation poets, uh, poets like Wordsworth, Coleridge, and Robert Southey, and slowly I will move to second generation poet like Sally, Keats, and Byron. Because if you understand the writing style writing styles of these romantic poets, you will slowly understand the feature of romantic age. Because I have felt one thing that if you understand the uh, writer of an era and the writing styles of the era of the writers, you can understand the feature or what was going in that age. So that is very important. So I will make a video on William Wordsworth. Okay, so this is a very short video about romanticism. That's it.